Jay Williams here, and I'm with FLXcompass. And today we're at the 42nd Annual Hilton Apple Fest in Hilton, New York. Today I'm going to be speaking with the village historian, local farmers, and seeing a pie eating contest. So stick around.
My husband and I, he grew up on a dairy and I grew up on a beef cattle farm. And my husband swore he'd never milk another cow, and he really loved the apple industry and was very passionate about it. So that's what got us into the apples. Everything about apples is great. I mean, from the spring to the beautiful blossoms to the apples coming along, and then especially this time of year, with like a day like today in the orchard's fantastic. The sun's hitting those beautiful apples. It's very rewarding to grow that crop and then to harvest it.
Do you harvest anything other than apples?
We do. We harvest everything. We start the spring with asparagus, strawberries, all through your berries, and then we go to peaches and cherries and apricots, and then our biggest fruit is the apples.
What would you say is your most favorite thing so far about the festival?
Oh, just the customers, the people I'm working with. It's a great festival. It's very well organized. The people that run it are wonderful. I don't have one negative things to say. They do a fantastic job here.
So we try to judge the pie based on its own merits of what it's trying to be, right? We try to take the smallest bite as possible because we had 38 pies. So that's a lot of pies.
What would you rate your own pie making skills?
Well, you know what they say, when you can't do, eat. So that's pretty much my pie baking.
Ever take any pie home? That's when you know. That's when you know it's the best.
Right there.
Well, if you turn around, those are our take-homes.
Those are our take-home containers.
What about a pie that would make it not good?
Not enough sugar. Gotta have the sugar. And I think the cinnamon too. The cinnamon really helps out, topping off the flavor.
So I assume you all have good gym memberships.
We're gonna have to after this. Play catch up over the winter.
I'm the Village of Hilton historian and also the Town of Parma historian. We're here to celebrate our 42nd Apple Festival in the village. And that brings me to the point of the history of what's led up to all of this. The first year was quite successful. The second year was even bigger. And that's when they had the largest apple pie in the world. And those are the ladies in the canning factory. They gather every fall to process the apples. The apples piled up as big as a house.
As I look around the room, I see a lot of history about Hilton. What would you say is the most fascinating thing about this town?
Well, probably the fire that wiped out 80% of the village of Hilton. It was a Sunday morning. The weather was cold. As the day went on, it began to rain, and we had freezing rain, fire. They called it a day from hell. And that was a colossal event in our local history, but we thrived and got over it. And in 1981, a Hilton merchant by the name of Homer Marple came up with a vision of an apple festival to celebrate our apple and agricultural heritage here in the community. These are the tins from the last 42 years of the Apple Fest. And so the tradition has grown, and 42 years later, we're alive and well and celebrating Hilton's history, Hilton's Apple Fest, and good times for all. And we're fortunate today to have a sunny, pleasant day to do this.